Hey guys, welcome to part 3. I hope you are all doing well. I did a little bit of work on this. So I've done a lot of work on this. That's just to be expected, right? I had to rent some things. Plus, my video ran out. Ooh, that's too dark. So when you get something like it's too dark, just add a little water. Water is also great for shading, or adding like little touches. Like this is an old cabin in the woods, right? So you want to make it look a little old, right? Maybe not dilapidated, but you know, a little rustic. Anyways, so yeah, so I had been kind of a little overwhelmed with all the caseload I had and all the, the work and then things around the house I have to do. Honestly, have you ever been so stressed where you're just like, oh, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to end. I just don't want to do anything. And you get what's called a procrastination bug, right? It's not that you don't want to do it. You just don't know where to start, right? Well, sometimes you just kind of have to, have you ever heard of talk yourself into it, right? Like people talk you into things. Well, sometimes you have to talk your way into getting up, into doing things, right? It's not, nobody said every day would be easy, but it's certainly going to be easier when you're not overloaded, right? When you don't have a bunch of stress, worried about, like if your work is done, or if your schoolwork is done, or if your bills are paid, right? That could be a big one, and this doesn't look right, but it's coming out. You guys can't really see what this is that I'm doing right here. This is actually a overhang, but once I start painting it, it'll come clear, okay? Just so you know. Anyways, I had been trying to apply to a few places, and then I have to get my business license, and that costs money, right? Things cost money. Well, school is extremely expensive. A lot of people think that everybody has it easy when they go to school. Well, no, they don't. I can attest to that, right? I can tell you flat out, it's very expensive. You might get financial aid, but you still. I'm gonna add some browns in this. But see how I'm doing this very gently with the brush where it looks like it has stripes? You guys see that? It's kind of what you want it to look like, because it's a cabin, right? It's a wooden cabin. So you just want to kind of be gentle with it. You can get back to the trees. I'm big on light and brown trees, because those kind of are what I perceive trees. When you paint, make it your perception, not what everybody's norm, because that in itself is stressful, right? There's that detail with this. I actually drew this freehanded. Now I'm painting it. I gotta tell you, I'm a better drawer than I am a painter. You can even add a little white if you want to add some lightness. You don't want it too gloomy, right? And if you mix different shades of your trees, because they're overlapping, people will be able to see your trees better. But Yeah, so anyways, about procrastination, I have the procrastination bug so bad this last week. Plus I was scared because I have to go to surgery for my spine and for my sacral dimple. So I have a lot of medical things that I'm dealing with. At the same time, trying to learn how to help people that are suffering in silence with their addictions, right? So, long story short, my father, which is what got me into this journey, was an addict. And I never got to meet him because he had, our neighbor had taken his life prior to my birth, right? So, druids, right, addictions, can really mess your life up. And people, when they start doing it, usually at a young age, they start, and it overlaps, they don't ask to be addicted. Nobody says, oh gosh, I can't wait to do that, a substance or that extreme shopping or whatever they're addicted to. They don't do that with the fact of wanting to be addicted. It just happens. It turns on certain parts of your brain that makes you feel really good. And if you haven't felt good in a while, that can be very powerful, right? So it doesn't mean that a person is bad, good, that's all irrelevant. Now, what it does to their brain and what they do with it, maybe they've broken the law with it or harmed people when they were under the influence. The deed was bad, the addiction was not, but it is a correlated factor, isn't it? Can be, anyways. So, if you're addicted to anything, or you suffer from depression or maybe a mental illness, doing what I'm doing right now, see how I'm doing it? I'm not a Picasso, but I'm just putting that paint on there. Sometimes painting can really relax your mind to where you can maybe think about things. Like, maybe think about, gee, I relapsed the other day, or I was mean the other day. I wonder what triggered me, right? When you think about things like that, think about ways that you might be able to avoid that trigger or cope with it, right? Sometimes we can figure out ways to cope with it. Almost make like little promises to us. I'm sorry, that's my dog whining. Wait, hold on. Let me see what she wants. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? What's the matter, Penny? She's so sweet. Somebody abandoned her by a railroad track, and a nice lady, which I can't disclose because she didn't tell me I could. She found her and started off with me fostering her, and then I asked if I could keep her because she's so cute and sweet, and we want to make her have a forever home. Not to mention she was gravely emaciated, like she could have died. It was that bad. She was just way, way thin. But see how these quiet moments, you could just keep painting and clear your mind and really be able to deep think, be mindful of, the day. Think about the day. Did things go right? What went well? What went well for you? What gave you joy? And if it didn't give you joy, what could give you joy? What could have turned out better? And can you do it? Can you change that the next day, right?